Hello, tribe. Hello, truth seekers. So excited to talk with you today. I'm here with my dear friend and client, Kim Moore. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Susan.
Kim and I were just having some good laughs, so we're excited about today's call. Um, I well, first of all, we need to tell them the story about how we met in the first place. Yes,
Yeah, for sure.
right?
Susan was in total lack mindset.
Yeah, I was definitely in scarcity. I was at this place in my life where my money situation was just awful. And my goal was to not pay anything for the entire year, just on anything, but to do everything I wanted via exchange. And which was actually, I still do that to this day, but but it was so funny because there was a $20 mouse. I had to get a mouse for my computer and I didn't want to pay $20 for a mouse or whatever mouses cost. And I went on Kijiji and there was like a $5 mouse. And I was like, amazing, $5. I probably spent like $10 in gas getting to your place. But then I drove over to Kim's place and we end up having this amazing spiritual conversation
On the front porch.
on the front porch.
And you tried to muscle test me and I didn't follow directions.
Yeah. I start muscle testing her. I start checking her, looking at her tongue, and it was love ever after.
Exactly.
So it was so cool. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here. And I am so glad we're friends. And it's been so good getting to know you. So tell the audience, like, why you came to see me in the first place, like what was going on in your life.
Well, major fear of doctors and nurses and dentists and everything under the sun. And I believe in naturopathic medicine over pharmaceuticals. So I figured I'd give Susan a shot. And well, that's sort of history, other than like I had like sleep issues. I was sleeping all the time. I had sugar issues. I had emotional volcanic issues.
Yeah, just a little bit of erupting.
Just a little bit. And or earthquake issues, literally. I mean, I still am rather emotionally sensitive, but yeah.
Yeah, that you were like emotionally sensitive on crack before, but now no, you're still
Yeah.
lovely and emotionally sensitive.
Emotionally sensitive in a somewhat healthier light, maybe.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you had less control over it probably before, or just more, maybe just more of it, more pain.
Yeah, it was more definitely suppressed pain,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's interesting. So yeah, so dealing with, and I think you said sleep issues,
Oh yeah, and adrenal issues.
adrenal fatigue. Yeah,
Yeah,
major.
and tons of mineral and vitamin deficiencies.
Yes. Tons of mineral and vitamin deficiencies.
Yeah,
And the adrenal fatigue was like just killing your energy, right?
yeah, I was sleeping like almost like 12, 14 hours a day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It sucked.
Oh, I
And I
know.
was binging on chocolate like no tomorrow, which was doing wonders for my blood sugar.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was awesome. You're so good at taking care of your needs.
Yeah, until like last June when, I came over and I'm like, I feel like shit. And you take my blood sugar and you're like, it's like in the teens, like 19 or something. And you're like, what the hell are you doing to yourself? Feeding my needs?
Yes.
Well, you're like on borderline where you should be going to the doctor. And I'm like, no, I'll just go home and toss all the sugar. No, there will be no doctor.
Wow.
So
I was so impressed. Okay, so tell us, and you can tell me different points. So there's all these, Kim and I worked together, and there was different times. We worked together over
3 years.
3 years. Yeah. And there was different moments at different times and different things you were dealing with.
Yeah.
So,
The most recent was the blood sugar.
So tell us about the most recent one with the blood sugar and, you know, what you learned and what changes you made
well, changes right off the bat, like as soon as you told me my sugar was that high, I literally came home, checked the ingredient labels on everything, and literally checked everything that had like high sugars above. I started at 10.
Yes.
10 sugars. And everything that was over that, I like got rid of it. Like a can of pop is 40 sugar. I was like, that's a no-go. I can't even touch that now. Chocolate bars are like, depending on the chocolate bars you buy, are like 20.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, can't have that anymore. And then milk has per cup, I think it's like 12.
Yeah.
So I said, well, that's, as long as I don't have a billion cups a day, I can do that.
Yeah.
So I took that 1 cup of milk and made it like, because I only have milk in my coffee, so I took 1 cup of milk and spread it across like several coffees because I'm a coffee fiend.
And milk was good for your body.
Oh, well, I didn't know this.
I think I told you that, but you might not have.
I probably didn't remember, but right now I'm on almond milk.
Yeah.
Like, for the past like month or 2 months, I've been using almond milk instead of milk.
Yeah.
So, what else? I have been told all my life not to eat breads and pastas and all this stuff because it would mean that I'd gain weight.
Yeah.
However, Susan's told me I should include grains in my diet. So this is a mind fuckery going on because I'm just like,
especially with diet, right?
Record that doesn't compute. So I had to throw them out too. And then I'm like, okay, well, she says I can have some. So now,
yes,
I'm doing it.
Wow.
Small bowl of the, like, you know, like, you're going to laugh at me when I tell you what I thought is what I consider grains.
Yeah. What would that be?
Those healthy nachos.
Oh!
Like a small bowl.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
I also have the quinoa or whatever in the cupboard, but I'm like, that's like pasta. It's no go. But it's there. I haven't gotten rid of it. I'm trying to like unravel my brain a belief of grains aren't good for you when they really are good for you. So I'm trying to, okay, we try now. No, we can't. We can try now. No, we can't. Because my brain still is fucking, you know.
Yes.
It's like, you've already gotten rid of chocolate on us. You got rid of freaking candy on us. You got rid of, you know, ice cream on us. So I'm like, fine. Nachos, small bowl.
And it's like, it's always the, as we talked about, it's the type of grains, right? Like if you're having a whole grain, you know, like a brown rice or a barley, right? Depending on the person. Like that's the problem with diabetes is some diabetes comes from an adrenal issue and some diabetes comes from a blood sugar issues. And yours was like, it was a little mixture of both, like the wrong sugars, but also just the adrenal issues. And that's why we really needed to add it back, but it is a mind fuck.
It's completely a mind fuck.
Yeah, it's like people can't believe, like when my clients, I'm like, yeah, you need to eat grains to drop your blood sugars. They're like, what?
Yeah. Anyway,
but why don't you share with the group how low your blood sugars came down? You know, I think it was 18.9 or 19.
It was 19 and we pulled it down to 9 in 10 days.
In 10 days?
Yeah. In 10 days.
Is that not insane?
10 days. I think it was 9 days. It would have been 10 days if I came the next day.
Yes.
Like 9 days. And that was from just yanking all the sugars out, eating. I ate a shit ton of salad, like literally a shit ton of salad.
Yeah.
Eggs. What else did I eat? I'm picky. I don't like cooking. So smoothies. I had to really watch because like that's like huge sugar. So I did spinach shakes. They weren't that tasty.
Yeah.
But whatever.
And we put you on different herbs.
Yeah, you had me on a couple adaptogens. I think. Anyway, I don't remember the names. I just had a one-track mind. It was to pull the sugar down and do it like overnight.
And you did so good. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
And ever since, like, the things that I notice, like going to the washroom too often or sleeping more than like 8 or 9 hours a day.
Yeah.
That sort of is my heads up for my sugars creeping up and I better check it.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been that way since last June. So in reality, I don't feel I have anything to really worry about. Granted, if I do, well, in this time and day, I'd probably have to get my own blood checker, but I'd usually call Susan because I don't want to check my own blood.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. And tell us about, so like, that's incredible. You did so good. And what I loved about you is you, and this is the thing with clients is like, I loved about you is that you were consistent. You followed the rules. Like you did it. You did the homework.
I was a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for?
Shocked.
No, not just shocked, but on and off, I was definitely kind of like, I want this, but I don't want this so badly that I can't like screw up for the most part. But when I had my blood tested that day, I was like, I can't screw up. There's no room for screwing up.
This is it. It's very different from what I've kind of taught you before. With Kim, we did a lot of work around, and you can share this with the group, is losing the shame around food. Right?
Oh yeah.
And so a lot of there was allowing some foods without the guilt and without the shame. But it's interesting how when you get like a crisis, sometimes a crisis is great to just kick you into action.
Yeah.
You know?
For me, I still to this day have, I mean, it's not as bad as it used to be, but I would put myself in a starvation mode without much thought because I've had negative recordings most of my life about eating. So it's kind of a combination of my own mental thoughts and then the combination of old imprinted thoughts. And now I just intuitively eat. If I feel drawn to eat, I eat. If I don't, I don't. It's kind of like, we're in this situation now where we can't go out and whatever, and we're stressed out and anxious and all this stuff. My old go-to would be like, my bag of chips, my chocolate, my pop. Don't have any of that, and I really don't want it. So I'm binge drinking, as I just told Susan today.
Binge drinking tea?
Tea, yeah, literally, tea and water.
You're wild. You're wild now.
I still drink my coffee, and Susan said that was really bad for me, but I was like, I've thrown everything else out the window. Sorry, dude, that's not going. I have no intentions of letting that one go. So unless it's like a death situation, then I'll consider it. But otherwise, it's like, sorry, dear, I'm doing non-dairy in my coffee. You can't hurt me.
Yeah. I think you've done great. And tell the audience how many pounds you've lost since we first met.
Oh boy. So my highest was 425.
Yeah.
And this is going back 3-4 years ago. And I bounced between 340 and 330. So I'm not good at math. Susan said 90.
90 pounds. It was like, 90 pounds. That's amazing.
But yeah, you don't really see it.
Well, we were joking. Kim was showing me her collarbones. Right? Yeah. I was like, damn, those are some sexy ass collarbones, girl. I don't think yeah. She's coming back. She's like, her collarbones are on fire.
I don't know. It's basically, weight is packed emotion.
Yeah. What do you think? And
I just sort of feel that until you're ready to dig deep and let go of the shit you've shamed yourself with and your internal dialogue and your internal taped dialogue from, other people till you're ready to sit down and unpack that shit, you're just going to hold on to the weight, is my theory.
Interesting. And what do you feel, Kim, was some of the emotional layers, and then we'll wrap it up, but what do you feel like were some of the emotional layers that you shifted through that helped you kind of purge things? And what did you learn? Like, what did you learn from working with me, or what were some of the things that we moved through?
For me, it was dealing with my parents, my family in general, because I felt to some degree like I was on my own. I didn't really have anyone I could actually count on to emotionally connect with and talk to at varying times throughout my childhood and throughout my teenage years and adult years. And I think I internalized more than I should have. And I didn't have a healthy means of venting, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd rather like eat and suppress than discuss it.
Yes.
I think it was finally being heard by Susan, and Susan saying it's okay to be not okay. So
yeah.
And then Susan had me doing the whole, stomping my feet, raging my fists, like I was like pissed off at the world, and I really was.
Yeah.
And I
a lot of
F-bombs. I'm just like, shit, I could just have a temper tantrum as long as the windows are closed, nobody's gonna hear me. But it's really about releasing shit every day. If you have a means of releasing, then release. Don't suppress it. It's what I found to be helpful.
That's awesome. Wow. I feel so, the word just proud just keeps coming up, because I think you really dived in deep and you did all the work.
Oh yeah, you sort of opened the rabbit hole door, and now I don't know where.
Yeah, now she's levitating and
yeah, levitating, sure. I'm just doing a lot more deep searching.
And that's the cool thing with doing a program like this or doing work like this, is it opens the door to this world that you never knew existed.
Or you knew it existed, but you didn't think you could actually get there.
Got it.
Because that wall was, the wall was so thick and high, and you're like, do I really want to try and knock it down?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little terrifying, and without the right support, right?
Very terrifying without the right support. Yeah.
I know, and this is why people, they go on things like antidepressants. They go on these things because they don't have those tools to cope or to help them transform some of these.
The only other major thing I found that you helped me with,
you
and my psychologist, the two of you,
yeah,
is you got me to go and get my dental work done, which I had left for like 25 years. So the fact I was able to get in and sit in a dental chair and have the guy freeze me up and do the work. Yes, it was one tooth. I told him, I'm like, I'm down for one tooth a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing this all in one sitting. You're out to lunch if you think you're going to get that.
Baby steps.
Yeah, so I literally I did the, sitting in the dental office for a couple of weeks just to hear the sounds of the dental office. And then I went in, and my dentist is hot. He's gorgeous, easy on the eyes, and we get along. So it's great. He's amazing, and so is the office in general. So
yeah,
combination of you and my psychologist.
Your psychologist is great, and you were great.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. And what would you say for anyone that was interested in this program and they were like curious if this works, or worried?
I would suggest, you're worthy. Spend on yourself. Do it. You won't be sorry, is what I'm getting.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Kim, thank you.
You're welcome.
You are so awesome. And those collarbones are so
You're funny.
hot.
Matter of fact, get the rest of the body, in line.
I told you we are setting an intention here. There is going to be another video. There's going to be many more pounds lost, and there's going to be a full unibody suit with
We'll
dolphins.
work on that. We'll work on that.
Dolphins, rainbow dolphins. I love you.
We'll see.
Have an amazing day. Thank you for taking the time.
Oh, for sure, Susan. No worries.